Tell me, Justin, were you always a comic guy?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't like to call myself a guy because I pretty much only read the mainstream ones, and I feel like a bit of a imposter. I only really read like the X-Men's, the Supermans. Yeah.
Hey, it counts.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. So I am a comic guy. All right. I again had not been familiar with this particular graphic novel before booking the show, and I did, and I ran to my nearest comic book shop and got the three volumes that I think were out at the time, and I cobbled them up. Now, what was really funny was when I got the part, I wasn't sure who I was because everything was really secret. I was told at a certain point that I could be one of the Hargreave siblings, but then at that point, everyone in the family had already been cast. And I was like reading the comments, and I'm like, wait, who am
And
I?
Ben's a kid.
Who am I going to be? And then finally, when I got to Toronto to start shooting, is when it was finally revealed that they were sort of going to use a bit of creative license and bring Ben back as a ghost. And
That because your version of the character obviously doesn't exist in the comic book, so you don't necessarily have much source material to rely on. So, how did you work through that?
I
Was
mean,
it easier or harder?
have asked for anything better, right? I mean, everyone had this huge pressure, right, to live up to these iconic comic book characters, and I was dead, so I could make up whoever I wanted. So I was incredibly honored and excited to sort of build this character from ground up. Now, obviously, I had many discussions with Steve Blackman, our showrunner, as well as Gerard, who was incredibly generous to sort of figure out what we could do with Ben as a ghost.
Oh, well, talk to me about that because I guess most of your scenes are with Klaus and with Robert, and it must be like everyone else is just ignoring that you're in the room. And then how does that play out on set?
Those are the most fun scenes to shoot because I get to do whatever I want. No one can notice me. It's been sort of a running joke for me to try to get one of the other cast members to laugh or to look at me whenever we have a family scene. And there have been more than one occasion where we've had to reshoot something